Folks, I'm back, and today I want us to discuss something that has been really bugging me. I feel that a lot of people in South Africa are going through what we call a period of demoralization. Well, Sooliman is out there encouraging that we should take the 160 Palestinians. These people, they do not care about South Africans. That's my problem. They are not South Africa first.
All of you in your shops, don't be afraid to speak out. That's the least you can do. When you fear Allah, other people fear you. The Quran is very clear. Don't waste your time praying Salah here and fast and go for Umrah if you're afraid. Then your faith has not transferred into action. Don't be afraid.
They do not care about South Africans. They think South Africans are peasants. It is something that is set in also in the psyche and the spirit of a regular South African, that these people can come here and do whatever they want.
When Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country, what do? We kill them all? No. The Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation. In return, when enemy comes and attack your country, you don't fight. We Muslims protect you. Subhanallah, for this little money? Yes. And you enjoy sitting in your homes and in your country and live your life normally. But the ruling is for Sharia. So you do not open nightclubs, you do not fornicate. If they refuse, then we have to fight. And if we fight you, then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land, and you take because you refuse. I give you two good options in the coming 40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong as they're supposed to be.
Because they have the backing of Abu Ramaphosa, who are not South Africa first, who do not care about South Africans.
We cannot turn them back. Even though they do not have the necessary documents and papers, these are people from a strife-torn, a war-torn country. And out of compassion, out of empathy, we must receive them and be able to deal with the situation that they are facing.
It is always them, it is always their NGOs, it is always their political parties funding, having to get funding. It is always about them colluding with big corporates. Regular South Africans are struggling. Regular South Africans are dying. People are not able to afford basic life. People can't get food. People can't get employment. People are not able to support their families. Families are fighting. Families are broken. It is a reality in South Africa. Nobody cares about none of these people. They keep telling us about Muslims, Gaza this, Palestine this. They keep telling us about, no, we must fight for the spirit of Mandela.
1994, President Mandela promised these people that our struggle would not be complete until their struggle is complete. And this is how we're treating them on the tarmac at OR Tambo Airport. It's disgusting.
Where's Mandela now? South Africans are suffering now. South Africans are dying now. You guys want to come here and tell us about Mandela. Shout out to the old man. He did what he did. But we are here now. South Africans are dying. Nobody cares about South Africans. They want to bring illegal foreigners. Our borders are not safe. Illegal foreigners, kids, go to school for free in South Africa. And South African kids don't have space. In the clinics, before Mema Khumalo, who was born and raised in South Africa and has every history and every right to be here, cannot get in line at the clinic because there's 5 illegal tinashes in front of her. These people are stealing our medication. But Abu Ramaphosa, they seem to be only worried about grandstanding to the world. I love the fact that the solidarity movement put a huge orange flag somewhere in Joburg to say no. South Africa has the largest race-based legislation in the world. And to say that, it is not to say you hate black people, no. It is an observation that the government has successfully for over 30 years and, plus the other 48 years of apartheid, subjected us to a division by race. They have always divided us against racial lines. They do not want us to see ourselves as South Africans and come together, all 64 million of us, and fight against their tyranny. They do not want us to realize that there's many of us than they are. So they are going to divide us against racial lines. No, you are black. No, you are white and you have oppressed my people. And if you are black, no, you have been oppressed. And there's really nothing you can do to change your situation. That is what they want us to believe. That is the mindset they want us to carry.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay?
That is something that I'm fighting against. Politicians always come here and hustle us over votes. You are black, therefore you deserve free land. Who must give you free land? Because I bet you, even if you would claim that that land was stolen, somebody somewhere had to exchange money to get that particular land and to work it and make it productive. Now, if you take it without paying anything, threatening our individual property rights as South Africans, forget your race, as South Africans, you are saying we cannot own property. Property must belong to the state. That's what you are telling us. And the state is going to be who? Or Julius Malema, who already owns a lot of property and wears designer clothes and travels and dines with the whites, but we must be the ones to be angry at the whites. It's like, bro, the spirit of discernment. That's what we must pray for as South Africans. We are going through a period of demoralization. Everybody and their mama is trying to tell us that we should sit here and take it because no, Nelson Mandela, fought for this. No, during the struggle when people went to exile, Zimbabweans welcomed them. We do not send them. I did not send Nelson Mandela or who's this guy? Steve Biko. I didn't send him to exile. I was not born. I was born after 1994. South Africans must rise up. We need somebody who's going to be in power, who says South Africa first, and we are going to capacitate South Africans with full confidence to believe that they can do it themselves. We do not need the fucking Palestinians. We do not need the fucking Zimbabweans, Nigerians, all of them. If you come here, you better come here legally. You're going to conduct business with us. Come conduct business with us legally, benefiting the people of South Africa. Not the black people of South Africa, not the white people of South Africa, not the colored people of South Africa, as Ashley Souls also wants to divide the people of South Africa. Him and Abu Gayton and Liam Jacobs, that gang, the 26, allegedly. And you want to hold me at ransom, not to cry for my opportunities and not to fight for my country because some Steve Biko somewhere was accepted by Zimbabweans. Therefore, we have to allow over 50 million Zimbabweans to come here illegally. That's what you want us to do, to take in Zimbabwe, the people of Zimbabwe, but we cannot touch the gold of Zimbabwe. We can't touch all the mineral resources in Zimbabwe. South Africans do not own any of those things, but we must take the Zimbabwean people and come accommodate them here when South Africans are already suffering. You see, these people care nothing about South Africans today, and they have been very successful for the last 30 years to divide us against racial lines, but we say that time shall come to pass. Not those people. We want people who are going to fight for South Africans. It's South Africa first and South Africa last. In South Africa, we need somebody that is going to deport everybody and their mama who's here illegally. If you were born here and you got a birth certificate, but your mama and your daddy came here illegally, you are gone. We are sick and tired. We cannot feed everybody here. People come here, they sell drugs. People come here, they destroy our communities and sell us expired and poisoned food. And those are the people we must trust. Those are the people we must give free things. We must welcome them because, no, we are sympathetic. There's a line, boundaries, ladies and gentlemen. We always talk about boundaries. Put the flipping boundaries on your country. This is not Ramaphosa's country. This is not Mandela's country. This is not Oliver Tambo's country. This is not anybody's country. This is South African's country. And everybody that we put up there better know that they have to serve us as South Africans. That is what we must fight for. Not Abu Sooliman. Sooliman has made it clear that he's been here on a facade, that he started a foundation to take care of South Africans during disasters. But he is a flipping Muslim. He is an extremist, not just a Muslim. We do not have a problem with him being Muslim. Shout out to the Muslim people. But he's an extremist. This guy has said that if the people do not accept the will of Allah, you must inflict violence on them. There's a video saying that.
Strike terror into the hearts of your enemies and Allah's enemies.
So he wants to Islamize South Africa. Yet another just race-baiting politician disguised as an activist, dividing South Africans against racial lines. These people are fake prophets, ladies and gentlemen. They will never tell you the truth. In the white community today, I will tell you what the problem is. The white people are afraid to stand up. It is almost as if spiritual, and I'm sorry to say this, spiritual castration has happened that has made them, incapacitated to stand up against the bullies. And I say, stand up. Say exactly what is on your mind. Do not let them threaten you with the fact that you're going to lose your job, because we serve the Almighty. Me, I believe if we say we serve a living God the way that we say we do, then this God will see us through the fight. They shouldn't scare us with jobs. And the black people in this country are fighting a different battle. A battle to say they are victims, and no matter what they do, they can never change the situation. And their enemies are white people. They already even assign enemies to you if you are black. And if you think differently, then you have been captured by the same whites they are trying to fight. It's like, why are you fighting the whites? Why are you fighting the coloureds? And we all South Africans. There's another race, if you did not know, that is called mainstream media. That is called politicians. That is called globalists. That are called international corporations and banks that are putting money into psyoping us to fight against each other as South Africans. Forget that you are black, forget that you are colored, forget that you are Xhosa, you are Msotho, you are Zulu. South Africa first. That is something we must get right. South Africa first, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to stop this video here. If you love my content, hit the sub button and hit the like button. Open your notifications so that you are notified every time that we upload a new video, because we the people see the truth, know the truth, and spread nothing but the truth. Your boy's out here.